So at the beginning of the year when this thing was announced, I told myself, hey, I don't need this, but here I am. This is the Fujifilm X-T4, and I have been loving this thing, but I figured this would be a good opportunity to cover some of the accessories that I look for, really when purchasing any camera, but some are very specific to this. Starting off with the most boring thing, and that is a tempered glass screen protector. This is the first time that I've ever purchased one of these screen protectors just because I've never had an issue scratching the screen on one of my displays in the past 4 Fuji cameras that I've tried. So it wasn't a huge concern, but since I could pick some of these up and then being tempered glass, I knew that they would be easy to install and just give me a little bit of added peace of mind. So I'll link the ones that I used in the description below, but you're definitely gonna wanna pick up a pack that has more than one because with these things, you're always going to mess up the first time, or at the very least, that's my luck. Moving on to one of the things that is actually more useful and that I look for on every camera that I buy is an ArcaSwiss compatible grip. That way I can just put it on the camera and never have to worry about putting on a separate plate when I'm putting this thing on a tripod, on a slider. This thing saves me so much time and it gives me a little bit of an added grip, which is definitely appreciated. And one of the nice things I don't like putting these ArcaSwiss, or actually Peak Design links on the actual camera body itself. So this has a space to put it in. I mean, you could also obviously use it for a strap instead, but this is very nice and secure. And damn, it's just so handy. Starting with the X-T4, Fuji's using this new battery type. These are the NPW235s. And very distinct in shape. You're not going to get them mixed up with the other ones, but I needed new batteries and a new charger. So in the past, I have always gone the third-party route just because that's what makes the most sense monetarily. Of course, if you are a pro, you might want to stick with first-party gear, but this was literally the cheapest one that I could find. They came with the charger and 2 batteries. All of the listings, you'll find these under a ton of different names. I just picked the cheapest one because I'm sure they're all using the main base supplier and just rebranding these things. But at the time of purchase, this was around 45 bucks, which is really good considering that you're getting 2 batteries and a charger when a first party charger or a first party battery are gonna run you at least 60 to 70 bucks. So this was a steal in my opinion, and they work just fine. They're detected, no weird issues, at least so far. And I love that you can charge these with USB-C or micro USB if you are still using those cables. Now, some of you might have noticed this and wondered what that was. This is a 3D printed battery organizer carrier, and I have used this for the past 2+ years, and I really, really love this thing. It's nice having multiple batteries in a single location. That way they're not just scattered throughout my bag or throughout my home. So very, very clutch. This had an interesting feature because these batteries are very simple shapes and fully symmetrical. The idea is that when it's charged, you put it in with the contacts facing up. That way you can signify that it's fully charged. And when it's dead, you just flip it around and you can easily tell when you need to get these batteries charged. Since these new batteries are not fully symmetrical in all dimensions, as you can see, I had to get a little bit creative. There was no existing models for the batteries or any sort of carrier, so I decided to make my own. Granted, I'm not a pro at this, but I'm gonna link the Thingiverse file with all of the stuff that I'm gonna upload, that being this carrier. I scaled it down to a 2 battery carrier. I did try a 3 battery carrier a couple of times. This was my first draft, and as you can see, I had to poke a gigantic hole down the middle of it because I got a battery really jammed in there and I had to get it out. So that didn't go smoothly. I scaled it up to make it a little bit more easy to fit the batteries in, but at that point it just got really, really big. So in comparison with the old carrier, it was wider, it was taller, and it was just not great. Of course, the batteries are bigger, so the carrier is going to be bigger, but still, I thought this was way too much. So I toned it down to a 2 battery carrier, and I was pretty happy with that overall. I don't have any fancy features like the battery indicator, just because there's not a whole lot you can do with this style. The only thing you could feasibly do is maybe just make a note, hey, if I put the battery in with the contacts facing up, maybe that means I need to charge it, and if I put it in the other way, that means that it's fully charged and ready to go. One pro tip from me to you is that I label my batteries, I label my SD cards. That way it's really easy for me to make a note. If I'm having an issue with the battery or an SD card, hey, SD card 1 was giving me a weird error the other day, battery 2 was acting up. That way you're not constantly putting potentially sketchy items in the rotation of your gear and cause yourself issues, especially if you're doing something important. So that is a pro tip from me to you. If you have any other questions about the stuff that I mentioned here, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to respond there. Feel free to follow me on my socials, subscribe to the channel, and I gotta get going. See ya.